A homeowner in Ohio just saved $38,000 on his roof. He didn't use a coupon, he didn't find a deal on Facebook Marketplace, and no, he didn't do it himself. He simply chose the right material. Because here's what the roofing industry doesn't want you to figure out. The cheapest roof up front is almost never the cheapest roof over time. And the roof that looks expensive on the quote, it might actually be the cheapest roof you'll ever own. I ranked the 10 most affordable roofing materials in America from cheapest to most expensive. But here's the twist. I'm showing you two prices for each one. The price you pay today and the price you'll actually pay over 20 to 30 years when you factor in replacements, repairs, energy costs, and insurance. Some of these rankings are going to flip completely. And by the end, you'll know exactly which roof gives you the most for your money. Whether you're on a tight budget or you're willing to invest a little more upfront to never think about your roof again. Starting at the very bottom of the price list, rolled asphalt roofing. This is the cheapest roofing material you can buy in America, period. Cost, 50 cents to $1.50 per square foot installed. For a small flat roof section, you might spend as little as $300 to $500. On a typical garage or shed, maybe $1,000. Rolled asphalt comes in, well, rolls. It's essentially the same material as shingles, but compressed into long sheets that get rolled out flat and nailed or glued down. It's fast to install, incredibly cheap, and requires zero specialized skill. But here's the brutal truth. It lasts 5 to 10 years. That's it. No manufacturer is giving you a warranty worth bragging about. It can't handle foot traffic, it's prone to cracking and bubbling, and it looks like you roofed your house with a parking lot. Worth buying? Only for sheds, workshops, garages, and temporary structures where you need a watertight seal on a flat surface and you don't care how long it lasts. For your actual home, keep scrolling. This is where 80% of American homes live. 3-tab asphalt shingles are the most commonly installed roof in the country, and for good reason. Cost, $3.50 to $4.50 per square foot installed. For a typical 2,000 square foot roof, you're looking at $7,000 to $9,000 all in. That's the lowest price you'll pay for a legitimate, code-compliant roof on a regular home. 3-tabs are flat, uniform, and simple. They've been around forever. Every roofer in America knows how to install them. Replacement shingles are available at any hardware store, and repairs are dirt cheap. A couple $100 to swap out damaged ones. Lifespan, 15 to 20 years. Not amazing, but not terrible for the price. The catch is, they're thinner than architectural shingles, less wind resistant, and they look dated compared to modern options. Many homeowners in 2026 are skipping 3-tabs entirely and going straight to architectural. Worth buying? If you're on a strict budget, selling your house soon, or need the cheapest possible roof that still looks respectable, 3-tabs get the job done. Just know you'll be replacing it before your kids finish college. This is the one I recommend to most homeowners who ask me what's the best value in roofing. Cost? $4 to $6 per square foot installed. For a standard home, that's roughly $9,000 to $14,000. Only about 20 to 30% more than 3-tabs. But what you get for that small price bump is massive. Architectural shingles, also called dimensional or laminate shingles, are thicker, heavier, and multi-layered. They mimic the look of natural slate or wood shake without the maintenance headaches. They handle wind up to 130 miles per hour, and many come with Class 4 impact resistance ratings, which can qualify you for insurance discounts. Lifespan? 25 to 30 years standard, with premium options like GAF Timberline HDZ and Owens Corning Duration offering warranties up to 50 years. Let me say that again. You can get a 50-year warranty on an asphalt shingle roof for under $15,000. That's wild. Worth buying? Absolutely. This is the single best value in roofing for most American homeowners in 2026. If you can afford the small step up from 3-tabs, do it. You'll thank yourself in 15 years. If your home has a flat roof section, a porch, an addition, or a garage with zero slope, this is the material designed specifically for you. EPDM stands for ethylene propylene diane monomer. It's synthetic rubber that comes in large flexible sheets and gets rolled directly over flat roof decks. It's been used since the 1960s, so the track record is rock solid. Cost? $4 to $8 per square foot installed. For a 1,500 square foot flat section, that's $6,000 to $12,000. EPDM is flexible enough to handle temperature extremes without cracking. It's resistant to UV rays, hail, and heat. Repairs are simple. Patches bond directly to the rubber surface, and it requires very little maintenance beyond occasional inspections. Lifespan, 20 to 30 years with proper maintenance. Some well-maintained EPDM roofs have lasted 50+ years. The downside? EPDM is typically black, which absorbs heat instead of reflecting it. That means higher cooling costs in hot states. White reflective versions exist but cost more. And the seams are sealed with adhesive, not heat welded, making them the weakest point of the system. Worth buying? If you have a flat roof, EPDM is the most proven, affordable option available. For sloped roofs, stick with shingles. Think of TPO as EPDM's younger, flashier cousin. TPO stands for thermoplastic polyolefin, and it was specifically designed to combine the best qualities of EPDM and PVC into one membrane. Cost? $4 to $8 per square foot installed, very similar to EPDM. For a typical flat roof section, $6,000 to $12,000. But here's where TPO pulls ahead. TPO membranes are white and reflective. They bounce sunlight back into the sky instead of absorbing it. In hot climates like Texas, Arizona, or Florida, this can noticeably reduce your cooling bills. And the seams are heat welded, creating bonds that are literally stronger than the membrane itself. That means fewer leak points than EPDM. EPO has captured 40 to 45% of the commercial flat roof market as of 2026, up from less than 10% in the early 2000s. Lifespan? 20 to 30 years. The downside? TPO is newer technology, so the long-term track record isn't as proven as EPDM. And not all TPO products are equal. Lower quality brands can become brittle over time, especially under intense UV exposure. Worth buying? If you have a flat roof in a hot climate and energy efficiency matters, TPO is the upgrade over EPDM. Just make sure you go with a reputable brand and an experienced installer. When people hear metal roof, they immediately think $40,000 to $50,000. But that's standing seam. Corrugated metal is a completely different price category. Cost? $6 to $8 per square foot installed. For a 2,000 square foot roof, that's $12,000 to $16,000. Only slightly more than premium asphalt shingles. Corrugated metal panels are the wavy or ribbed sheets you've probably seen on barns, farmhouses, and industrial buildings. But modern corrugated steel has evolved dramatically. It comes in dozens of colors, profiles, and finishes. It handles winds up to 140 miles per hour. It's non-combustible with a Class A fire rating, and it reflects solar heat, cutting energy costs by up to 20%. Lifespan? 40 to 60 years. Let that sink in. You're paying maybe 30% more than architectural shingles, but getting a roof that lasts twice as long. The cost per year of corrugated metal is actually lower than shingles. The downside? It's louder in rain without proper underlayment. Exposed fastener systems require occasional maintenance as screws loosen over time, and some neighborhoods or HOAs won't allow it because of the agricultural look. Concrete tiles might sound expensive, but they're actually the most affordable way to get into the premium roofing category. Cost? $6 to $9 per square foot installed. For a standard home, roughly $12,000 to $18,000. Concrete tiles are designed to mimic the look of expensive clay tiles, wood shake, or slate at a fraction of the cost. They're fire-resistant, wind-resistant, and incredibly durable. In places like Florida, Arizona, and California, concrete tile roofs are everywhere because they handle brutal heat and storms without flinching. Lifespan? 50 years or more. Some concrete tile roofs have lasted over 75 years. The downside? They're heavy, really heavy. Not every home structure can support the weight of concrete tiles without reinforcement, and structural upgrades cost money. They can also crack under heavy foot traffic or direct impact, and individual tile replacement requires some skill. Worth buying? If you live in a hot climate state, love the Mediterranean or Southwest aesthetic, and your home's framing can handle the weight, concrete tile is an excellent long-term value that most people overlook. This is the secret weapon for homeowners who want metal durability but don't want their house to look like a barn or a commercial building. Cost? $8 to $10 per square foot installed. For a typical home, $16,000 to $20,000. Metal shingles are designed to look exactly like traditional asphalt shingles, wood shake, or slate tiles. From the street, most people can't tell the difference. But underneath that appearance, you've got all the benefits of metal. fire resistance, wind resistance up to 140 miles per hour, energy reflection, and virtually zero maintenance. Lifespan, 40 to 70 years. This solves the biggest objection people have about metal roofs: the look. Metal shingles pass HOA restrictions because they mimic conventional styles. They satisfy neighbors who think standing seam looks too industrial, and they give you the peace of mind that you'll probably never replace your roof again. Stone-coated steel is what happens when you take a steel panel and coat it with stone granules to give it the texture and appearance of traditional shingles, tiles, or shake. The result is a roof that looks like a conventional premium roof but performs like a tank. Cost, $9 to $12 per square foot installed. For a standard home, $18,000 to $24,000. Stone-coated steel can withstand hail, hurricane-force winds, fire, and freeze-thaw cycles. It passes the Miami-Dade wind-driven rain test, which is one of the toughest roofing standards in America. It qualifies for maximum insurance discounts in most states, and it weighs significantly less than concrete tile, so you rarely need structural reinforcement. Lifespan, 40 to 70 years with warranties to match. After the devastating hurricanes and wildfire seasons of recent years, homes with stone-coated steel roofs survived while homes around them didn't. Buyers in storm-prone regions now actively look for this material when shopping for homes. The downside? Upfront cost is higher than shingles or corrugated metal, and since it's a specialized product, not every contractor carries it or knows how to install it properly. Worth buying? If you live in hurricane country, hail alley, or wildfire zones, stone-coated steel is one of the smartest investments you can make. The insurance savings alone can offset the higher upfront cost within a few years. Here it is, the most expensive option on this list, but also, potentially, the cheapest roof you'll ever own. Cost, $12 to $25 per square foot installed. For a standard home, $24,000 to $50,000. Yes, the upfront price makes people gasp. But let's do the 30-year math. You install standing seam today for $40,000. Over the next 50 to 70 years, your maintenance cost is near zero. No shingle replacements, no emergency patches, no re-roofing every 15 to 20 years. Energy savings of 20 to 25% annually. Insurance discounts of 5 to 35%. And if you ever sell, your listing says brand new metal roof, and buyers know they'll never think about the roof again. Worth buying? If you're staying in your home long term and can handle the upfront investment. So let me show you why the cheapest list completely flips when you zoom out. Want to compare the annual cost of each roof. That's the total installed price divided by the expected lifespan. Rolled asphalt. $500 for 5 years. That's $100 per year. 3-tab shingles. $8,000 for 17 years. About $470 per year. Architectural shingles, $12,000 for 30 years, $400 per year. EPDM rubber, $9,000 for 25 years, $360 per year. TPO, $10,000 for 25 years, $400 per year. Corrugated metal, $14,000 for 50 years, $280 per year. Concrete tile, $15,000 for 50 years, $300 per year. Metal shingles, $18,000 for 55 years, $327 per year. Stone-coated steel, $21,000 for 55 years, $382 per year. Standing seam metal, $40,000 for 60 years, $667 per year. Look at that. Corrugated metal, the one most people ignore, has the lowest annual cost of any roof on this list at $280 per year. Not 3-tab shingles, not rolled asphalt. Corrugated metal, the cheapest roof to buy, is the most expensive to own. And the roof that seems expensive? It costs less per year than the budget option. That's the math the roofing industry hopes you never do. And if you're leaning toward metal roofing after this, do not buy one until you watch my video on the 5 critical mistakes metal roof buyers make. That video is right here. It could save you $20,000. Watch it next.